Hello, hello, my dear friends of the Chinese Zodiac, of the Feng Shui, of the BaZi. How are you today? Well, yes, it's me again with some more BaZi, different background. I know, different house sit here. That's the way it is. So, my question is in the last series again. Do you know your BaZi, your Chinese horoscope? And I think you may know the animal from the Chinese zodiac of the year you were born in. But do you know that you have three more animals which are really important for your personality and your personal path in life? So it's the animal signs that you are born under in the month, the day, and the hour. And this is why it is called BaZi, 8 characters or 4 pillars of destiny. And this is what we were discussing in the last series, Chinese Astrology Explained. I hope you watched that. If not, go into the channel and watch it. So today, in this series that I'm starting today, this is the introduction, I would like to add another layer to it. And that is the layer of your career and job chances according to your BaZi. That's something you would like to know? Let me know in the comments if you do. And hi, I'm Sandra, and I have been teaching and consulting Feng Shui now for almost 20 years, first in Germany and now in beautiful New Zealand. So you probably remember me saying in the other series, if only the animal sign of the year you were born in would determine who you are, we would only have 12 different personalities on the planet. And this is not the case, right? The influences of the other animals and pillars are important as well. And if you would like to know more about it, follow the BaZi series, Chinese Astrology Explained, here on the channel, because that's where I introduced each of the 12 animal signs to you, one by one, their characters, their way of life, their strengths and weaknesses. In this series, I want to focus on your job and career tendencies, the cards that you have been dealt with from birth and you're working with. So, but please remember, there are more factors to that. But just for today, just for this series, let's have a look at the purest form of it and pretend that this is the only factor. So this is what the 4 pillars of destiny look like. And you have seen that one before, I think. So do you remember which pillar we look at when it comes to career and job? Right, that's the month pillar. Okay, so, and we are looking at the month pillar for this topic, because if you remember, the month pillar had to do with career and job and wealth. So we're looking at the month pillar only, and we're looking at the elements in there, not the animal as such, but the animal brings in an element in as well. You remember that? So you will have 2 to 4 elements in there. There's definitely one in the orange section, and then there's 1 or 2 in the green section. And sometimes, depending on the sophistication of your BaZi that you printed, there's also hidden stems underneath. But let's just take it slow. Take it slow. Don't panic. Don't panic. Your homework for today, we're not using it in this one, but in the next one, is to find your BaZi. There are many free online possibilities to print it out, and then mark your month pillar, mark your month pillar, and mark the elements in there. So the general question is, can you really associate an industry with a certain career or job? You see, every industry carries characteristics. Teaching is different from building, is different from farming, is different from mining, is different from the health sector, for instance. And looking at the characteristics of certain elements, we will find there are similarities and differences, which makes it easier, depending on your main element, finding your personal path in life. So the answer to the question, if you can really associate an element onto an industry, a certain career, I say yes. But that, of course, does not mean you cannot function in another industry, which is not part of your main structure or element. You see, sales is a career, but there are different industries which require sales. Selling books is different from selling houses, from selling hair products, right? And of course, there are crossovers. And I will talk about that one more in the last episode, the bottom line. So in the next videos, I will go through all the 5 elements, starting with wood, then fire, earth, metal, and water. We will have a look at which industries and which skills belong to which element, which elements require which skill to really thrive, and which areas should you better outsource or find somebody to partner up with. We don't have to reinvent the wheel, right? And we don't have to do it all by ourselves. Sometimes it is much better to partner up with somebody or pay somebody to do something in minutes, which would take days of our precious time. So what I'm saying is we have to acknowledge our weaknesses and learn from them as much as we need to know and feel our strengths. Both are important for our path in life. And, always remember, hang on, I've got a slide for that. These are the 5 elements that I've been talking about. All of those are important, and you will find them in your BaZi. And you find out how many you've got of which element. And, don't panic if one is missing. Don't panic if you have a lot of one. It is about the combination of it. And we will work through that in this series. But all in all, you always need to remember that the so-called Trinity of Feng Shui, your heaven luck, your BaZi, makes 33% of your luck. The other 66 come from your environment, your earth luck, or what you know as Feng Shui, and your man luck, your choices, beliefs, thoughts, and behaviors. So this so-called Trinity of Feng Shui is what shapes you in all the ways you are. And as nothing is written in stone, you are able to change, right? Your BaZi can tell you when and what to change, when it is easier to move stuff and when it's not worth even trying to bump your head against the proverbial wall. So in the end, it is about timing of doing the right thing at the right place. So are you ready? This is my question to you. In my next video, I will show you more about the first of the 5 elements, and we will dive deeper into the wood element and what career industries are seen to be favorable for wood element people in the sector. And I'm talking wood element not as in self element. If you watched the last series about the BaZi and the pillars, we're talking about the element in the, which pillar? Right, month pillar. Good. So we're looking into what career and industries are seen to be favorable for wood element people in this sector. So what were you supposed to do now? Well, find your BaZi. As I said, there are many free online possibilities. And when you've got that, print that out and mark your day pillar or have it on your device. You don't need to print, save the planet. Mark it on your day pillar and mark the elements in there. Count them. Remember which one of them are the most, or maybe you've got 4 different ones. Oh, wow. Very versatile person. And then watch the next video. Yes, yes. Because what we're doing here is taking the strengths, acknowledging the weaknesses, and start creating our path in life with both of them, with the strengths and the weaknesses, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And who gets to decide which is which? Okay. So, do I see you in my next video? I hope so. Let me know in the comments if you like this topic, if there's anything you need to know, want to know, excuse me. If you like what you see in here, like it, share it, subscribe, comment. Let me know. I'm really happy to answer those questions. Those who already got a lot of questions know that. I'm always happy to answer them. And see you in the next video. Somewhere in here. Bye.